How's your weekend, Trevor? Anyways, let me tell you what happened to
Don't you want to hear about it?
No, I don't care about your stories.
Oh, okay. I see.
I'm joking. So today we're talking about the social skills that they never taught you in college.
Oh yeah, so what do you got for us?
Well, this is your idea. It's not, don't act weird.
It's okay. Yeah, so this is something I've been thinking about lately. You know, what are good social skills?
That you don't learn this stuff from college or parents.
Yeah, well, nobody ever tells you. It's kind of something you got to notice about yourself. If you want to improve your social skills, you got to self-reflect.
So
think about it.
Get into it right away.
All right, well, number one, ranting at somebody is not a conversation. No, it's true. A lot of people love to rant. They like to go off and off. You like to rant sometimes.
I do, but it's usually as called for.
Yeah, that's true.
You give me a sob story and I give you a rant.
Okay,
and then
that's
I knock
fair.
you out. What's the problem?
But a lot of people, they think they can just talk and talk and talk at somebody, and the other person's standing there like, what is this person talking about?
Yeah, so that's a big one. So conversation is two ways. So please remember this. And if you're trying to go for a job interview, if you're trying to ask someone for a favor, if you're trying to move up in your career, or just any networking, it's not about you. Just relax, okay? Like, try to ask a few questions. You know, don't just rant and rave.
Yeah, you gotta listen to what they're talking about. A conversation needs to bounce back and forth. If you're going on and on, you should probably stop and be like, do you know what I mean? Because that person might be like, honestly, Trevor, I have no idea what you've been ranting
Well, there's
about.
a guy, I remember we went out for lunch one time and another person joined us, and so anyways, I went to the washroom, I come back and that guy's just ranting, like yelling, spitting in the other guy's face.
I've seen that.
And the guy's like,
what is he talking about?
What you guys talk about? He goes, I don't know, like, guy's ranting and raving about society. Like, okay, that's cool, but that doesn't get you ahead in life, you know?
That's the thing, you need to think about what you're saying to this person. Do they care?
Yeah.
Do they know what you're talking about? Who's your audience here?
Yeah.
Because I think when people rant, it's because they want to say what they're thinking. It's not about you.
Yeah.
They just have all these pent up thoughts and they need to vent all these things they've been thinking and worrying about.
And we're doing this video because you need social skills to move ahead in your career. If you want to start a business, you want to start a side hustle, you need to know this stuff, or else you're not going to get anywhere and you're going to be broke.
Yeah, I mean, how can you make business partners? You can't even make friends. You know?
Exactly.
You need to be able to converse with people.
Step number two, well, you said this, you brought this up earlier, remember things about people?
Yeah, you know, well, obviously their names.
Yeah.
But sometimes you
always remember someone's name. If there's anything you're gonna remember their name.
Yeah, that's the main one. But also, I was saying you should remember fun facts about them.
Yeah.
Because what's really lame is every time you see somebody, you're like, oh, hey, how's it going? Oh, that's good. You? Oh, that's good. Conversation dead. You got to be like, hey, how's that thing going? Like something specific. That's a good conversation.
Yes.
starter.
So a lot of people like if someone tells you they have a test coming up, for example, they say I have a big test on Saturday. You see them on Sunday. Try to remember. Be like, hey, how did that test go? They're like, oh wow.
How was your son's soccer game?
You actually remembered, and I learned this in this book, Never Eat Alone, like to ask questions, and like, it's amazing how many people don't follow up. It's very personal. Because let's say you're going through something huge in your life. You know, you might have a big date coming up or a big job interview, and then you see your buddy, and they don't even ask you about how it went. It's kind of like crappy, right?
It's because they forgot. They're not even thinking about it.
Well, they don't care, right?
Well, that's another thing. You need to care about others. You gotta listen. That's a big thing. Don't rant.
Exactly.
Listen, hear them out. Because sometimes I find myself feeling impatient with somebody. Like we're having a conversation and they're talking, and in my head I'm just waiting for my turn to talk.
Yeah, most people are.
I'm not listening to what they're saying. I'm waiting because I've already got my point. Like I'm gonna say this once they're done talking. I'm not listening to what they're saying.
What's your third point?
Third point: stop chasing compliments. All right, your results should speak for themselves. And that's something I've been struggling with. Honestly, I'm actually guilty of all of these topics. And that's
you
why
have terrible social skills. When I first met you, if you look back at the older videos, Jesus.
I know, man.
Myself too, but you are like...
Well, I'm not here to give excuses.
This guy sends me a message, I got 10,000 likes on my Facebook page. I'm like, all right, you're still broke.
Yeah, because I'm chasing compliments. You know what, dude? And I find myself still doing that sometimes, where every time I make a baby step, I'm messaging random people to being like, hey, look what I did. And then they say, oh, that's cool, Trev. And I'm like, thanks. And then I walk away because I'm not there to converse. I'm just fishing for compliments. And it's a bad habit, and it's something I'm trying to change. Because in my mind, I'm trying to impress them. Like, I have no real results. So I'm telling them things I'm doing.
It's insecurity, and I understand that.
Yeah, that's where I'm coming from on it. But the thing is, they're not gaining respect because it's obvious to them that I'm fishing for compliments. All right? It doesn't matter if the thing I did was cool. Going to a random person and saying, hey, I did something cool, that's not cool. That's what children do, okay? That's what.
Yeah,
that's my rant.
Mommy, look what I did.
Yeah, exactly. And I've been doing that up to very recently. I did that yesterday. Yeah, exactly.
Well, here's the other thing. Like, this also applies to like people that share non-stop quotes, like motivational quotes, about how hard they work. It's like, look, I get the message. You're proud of yourself. You work hard. Nobody cares. Your results
because
should do the talking.
I know that's what's been my problem is I don't have results that are showing themselves. So I'm going around trying to tell people, no, I'm cool. Trust me, I'm cool. I did this one push-up today. I'm cool.
Well, I get this a lot too. Like in fitness, people are like, "Oh, I'm the hardest worker. I was in the gym for 3 hours." I'm like, why? Why would you be in the gym for 3 hours? It should be 30 minutes to an hour.
Also, again, you shouldn't have to tell people. You should be so jacked that they should look at you and go, "Oh, this guy must be in the gym for 3 hours every day."
The results don't lie, right? You can talk like, "Oh, I worked all day. I'm working on this business. I'm working on this language. Or I'm working on this and that." Okay, well, show me, right? Don't just rant and rave about how hard you work. Nobody cares.
That's not a conversation. You're not winning respect.
Exactly. Point number 4, but no one ever taught you this, but be the kind of person that you would want to invite to a party. I have this one friend that, he's a great guy and everyone's always hanging out with him. And I was like, I thought about it, it was like 10 years ago. Like, 2010. I'm like, why does everybody like this guy? And then I thought about it, I'm like, well, he's positive.
Yeah.
He asks questions and he cracks jokes. He doesn't get offended, doesn't rant and rave, isn't negative. So I was like, I want to be that kind of person. So then I made it my goal to become the kind of person that people want to invite to a party, right?
Well, people are attracted to positivity.
Yes.
That's something one of my points was about I need to stop bringing up negative topics. Because I've realized this, I've gone to networking events and I meet somebody and the first thing I start talking about is something bad.
Yeah.
And at one of those events, I started this bad story, the guy turned on his heels and he walked away in the middle of me talking. And at first I was like, wow, that was so rude of him. But I'm like, well, my story sucks.
Yeah. Well, yes,
This guy could instantly tell that Trevor's not worth my time. And that's my fault. That's my fault.
Yeah, it's like these days people will rant and rave about masks or COVID's a scam or that's a scam, the world's falling apart, which I get it. There's a time and a place. But, a lot of people don't want to be talking about negative topics or be around miserable people, like it's...
They don't want to hear it.
Yeah, and especially if you're at a social gathering, even, sometimes you're biking around town as we are, and you see somebody, and they start complaining and going off, and you're like, ah.
You're going to want to leave.
Yeah, right?
People love fun, happy topics, good stories. Don't brag.
Yeah, don't brag. I work after work on this too, I'm not that modest, as you know.
Yeah, but I find it funny, like, you also have real results.
Yeah.
My problem is I'm trying to do the same thing with no results. That doesn't work.
And what's point number 5?
Stop talking bad about others. Okay, it doesn't matter if what you're saying is true or not, it looks bad on you.
Yeah.
All right? Spread the praise, okay? Say others are great. If somebody says, oh, you did a good job on that thing today, don't be like, yeah, the rest of the team sucked, it was all on me. No. Doesn't matter, even if that's true, it looks bad on you when you're always talking bad about others.
And if you agree to do something, just do it. Like, I hate when someone's like, you ask someone for a favor, or they ask you to help, they offer to help out, and they complain about it. Like, okay, just don't do it then. Like,
you offered to help.
Yeah, just don't do it. Don't complain about it. Don't complain about me.
Yeah, don't come back saying, hey, I'm just a volunteer. Well, you volunteered.
Well, yesterday, it was a couple days ago, I was riding my bike, and some guy drove by in a nice car. I'm like, I looked, I'm like, that's a pretty nice car. I don't know anything about cars, but it's pretty nice. And I heard someone talking smack. They're like, oh, that guy's a loser. I bet his parents bought it for him. And people are like gossiping.
Yeah.
I'm like, hey, you don't even know who this guy is. Like you don't know. Maybe he risked every penny that he has in his life to start a business, and then he risked all his time, and he grew that business, and he sold the business.
Yeah.
Maybe he has payments. Maybe he did. He financed it. Or 3, maybe he's a professional athlete. Maybe he devoted his entire youth to becoming the best hockey player in the world, and now he's getting compensated. Because that's how life works. I'm sorry to tell you.
You gotta work hard. You get these things.
And if you have unique skills, you're gonna make a lot of money.
Yeah, you don't know what they're doing. And even, again, maybe it is true, oh, this guy actually just inherited it all. It still looks bad on you, always talking bad about others.
And I was like, that's a sign of a loser. You see someone in a nice car and your first thing to do is be miserable.
Insult them?
Yeah.
Yeah, and also another thing, like if you're always talking bad about your friends, oh, my friends are all losers. There's a saying that who you surround yourself with is who you are.
Well, your network is your net worth, right? So then you're the loser.
If you're always referring to your friends as losers, what does that make you? Because you chose these people to be your friends.
Yeah, you're the head loser.
Yeah, you keep hanging out with these people, so why?
Exactly.
Stop. It just makes you look bad. Stop saying that to people.
Yeah, and stop whining. So that kind of goes along the same point. Like, if you're going to be around people, don't always whine. We get it. Life is tough for everybody. Just try to think of the positive. I promise you, there's a lot of good that can come from this time in history. I know you may not see it today, you may not see it tomorrow, but you'll see it.
Positive thoughts get you positive results.
That's too corny. Anyways,
that's a good one.
Those are 5 social skills that you'll never learn in college, but we have to teach you. Thanks for watching.